Tommy, Lockie from Channel 10. Just wondering, do you think you'll get your mate Galvez back this week? It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it has been a little while, but I think he could get up for this week. It's been a bit of week-by-week stuff with him, and we'll see how it pulls up. You know, thumbs can be pretty sore sometimes, so it's just one of those things. I'll be able to tell you more on Friday, I think.
So we can do an interview Friday as well. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Can I ask you just how you felt the backline has performed without him? Seems to have held up pretty well, but from your perspective?
Yeah, we've been okay. Look, Gov's a great player and you want him in your team, but sometimes that can't happen, and we're a system-based club. We do things by system, and we have role players come in and fill that void when he's out. So I think they've done that really effectively. Rothy's been great. Harry Edwards was unlucky to be concussed, but he's ready to rumble. So that's sort of how we operate, system-based, and hopefully that holds us in good stead.
Of the ability of the backline to handle all the adversity of the numerous changes, the lack of cohesion, really. We know that a back six likes to play together. You haven't had that this year, and you've performed well. What's that say about you?
Oh, look, I think it probably credits our defensive system. We work really hard on it, and we try and work together as a unit and all try to be good in the contest. And it's probably credit to our coach as well, Jamie Graham, who's done a lot of work with us and made it so that someone goes out, the next one comes in ready to play their role and can get the result. Yeah, so it's been good.
Has it been enjoyable seeing the young guys get their opportunities?
Oh, for sure. You know, there's nothing better than playing someone's first game with them, which was the case for Harry Edwards, and that was a little bit upsetting seeing him get hurt, but that's what footy is, and he's a great character, and he'll come back and be better for it. And it's the same with Josh Rotham, because you see these blokes in the waffle or in the scrimmages now be performing at a level that's ready for AFL for such a long time, and to get their opportunity, it just makes you happy because you can relate to it because you've been there, and you know what they're going through.
Does it feel a little bit like a changing of the guard a bit as these younger guys start coming in and some of the more mature guys are heading towards the back ends of their career? You need these young guys to take their place?
Oh, look, I wouldn't put it like that, but I think it's a good sign of a healthy football club to have talent coming up that is ready to perform at AFL level. That's credit to our coaches, it's credit to our recruiting staff, it's credit to our senior players, the way they lead these boys. So I think it's probably a good sign of a healthy club rather than handing of the veil, so to speak. But it's something that we've focused on and I've really enjoyed.
Tom, I'm not sure if you caught the Hawks Freo game last night, but obviously the Hawks struggled to score. Did you notice anything that Freo did really well? Obviously they're pretty undermanned, but they did a really good job shutting them down.
Mate, to be honest, I didn't watch the game. And I probably don't plan to. I did see the score, and I think there's a lot of different variables that are going into and affecting performance in 2020, and it's sort of irrelevant with the way that the season's playing out. And Alistair Clarkson's the best coach in the AFL. You can never write off Hawthorn. They're a quality side with quality players, so they're fine in their form, but you can be sure they'll be bringing pretty hot performance this week.
Tom, it's Jimmy from Channel 9. Just on that then, so who would you match up on against Hawthorn this week?
Mate, I'm actually not sure. I'd probably take the deepest forward, depending on, again, what's happening with team selection, which things that are out of my control I don't really put a whole lot of thought into, and we're just in the process now of reviewing the last game. So I haven't actually got on to Hawthorn yet, but I'll say I'd play the deepest, and hopefully it'd be nice to be playing with Gov again, but if not, either Harry or Rothy should be working with me with the other tall forward, and as I said, system-based club, so we'll hope to get the job done working together.
And has there been any one person or a few people that have helped the club turn around this year. It would have been easy just to sort of lose track of the year, given you're up in the hub, you lost 3 in a row, and now you guys have all of a sudden in the top 4 and everything's going swimmingly. Has it been one person? Has it been a couple of people that have helped you sort of turn 2020 around?
I think you'd have to say it's been a bunch of people. Our leadership group and our coaching staff put a lot of time and effort into what was going wrong around the footy club and how we get that better in not too long of a time. So it was a big group effort. There was some hard discussions that we had about how we were interacting off field, and then also what our playing style and what our brand was like from an on-field perspective. So I think we've narrowed that down and it's just slipping into the groove. It's been such an unusual year, and a footy season when it's normal takes a little while to settle. So this one's just taken a bit longer.
I mean, you said you didn't watch last night's game and you won't watch it. Is that normal for you, or I reckon a lot of people would be surprised that you wouldn't tune into that sort of a game? Is that just your routine?
That's just me, mate. Yeah, I try not to watch too much footy. I often don't enjoy watching footy that much. So I was trying to do other things. Especially with football on every single day, you probably overconsume yourself if you're watching too much footy. I think that's how I operate anyway, and so I didn't see it.
But have you deliberately steered clear of it even more during this footy frenzy of every single day?
Oh, not particularly, mate. I think my time's just taken up by other things that I'm trying to pursue off field and trying to keep a balanced, healthy life, and the way that I am and the way that I view things. I don't like watching heaps of footy all the time, so I'll watch a lot of footy on the Hawthorn forwards and the Hawthorn forward line, and probably about their ball movement towards the back end of the week. But day after the game is a bit sacred for me. I'm not watching Hawks Freo game, unfortunately.
Tommy, can I ask you, you've got some personal challenges. How was life in the hub for you when you went away, and if you're going to go away again, how will you embrace that?
Oh, mate, I thought it was okay. We settled in after a little while. Once you familiarise yourself with your surroundings, it was okay. Obviously, it's challenging times for everyone in Australia and the world right now with what's going on with the global pandemic. So you sort of just got to understand your surroundings, and I think that helps you deal with what you're going through in the hub. And I was lucky to have uni, and I continue to have those things. So having something to build towards and something to keep your mind off what you're doing has helped me. So I think that's a focus I'll have for the next one for sure.
Tom, just in looking at Hawthorn this week, when it is time to do it as a team, will Simo show clips from the game of last year? Because they obviously came here, I think it was the last round of last year, and they got you and cost you a top 4 spot. Yeah,
I'd say so. I'd say he'd be referencing that exactly. West Coast and Hawthorn have had great battles for a number of years now. We've both been relatively good teams for a number of years, and I'd say they'd probably have the better of us, at least if not in wins, certainly in momentum, and we certainly view him as a dangerous side. So he'll be reminding everyone about what happened last year, and probably a couple times before that we've played him. So we'll have to be at our best to take him down. As I said, you can't sleep on Hawthorn ever. So that'll be this weekend's prep.
And Tom, you also spoke pretty candidly last year about your off-field passions and how you get away from football and just through everyday life. How has the AFL's lockdown or the AFL rules affected any of your sort of off-field passions and sort of thing?
Look, a little bit, yeah. It's a big ask, or it's an interesting ask anyway, to be asked not to see your friends or certain parts of your family, or to be restricted socially in order to be able to provide a service for the community. So again, I think the better you can understand your position in it all and the relevance of your situation and how the world is going right now, it really doesn't seem like too much of a massive sacrifice, and it's one of those times where you just got to jump on board and get through it, same as everyone else in Australia, and be very thankful that we're not in Victoria where there's hard restrictions on what you can do with your time, which then has societal problems. So we're just lucky for that at the moment.